In this section, we begin the discussion of quantitative risk analysis. Quantitative risk analysis quantifies the project's possible outcomes and probabilities. It determines the probability of achieving the project objectives and identifies risks that need the most attention by quantifying their contribution to overall project risk. It also identifies realistic and achievable schedule, cost, or scope targets and determines the best project management decisions possible when outcomes are uncertain. If qualitative risk analysis was not performed, this process is performed after the risk identification process. If you have any trouble understanding the difference between qualitative versus quantitative analysis, remember that qualitative analysis is putting a value judgment to the risk and categorizing it accordingly. Quantitative analysis puts actual number values to the analysis to come up with dollar amounts in determining the severity of the risk. The inputs for quantitative analysis are organizational process assets, the project scope statement, the risk management plan, the risk register, and the project management plan, specifically the project schedule and the project cost management plans. I've covered all of these before except for the project schedule and project cost plans, which we'll do in the following chapters. In organizational process assets, the project manager should review any historical information from past projects, specifically the lessons learned and any interviews that were documented. This should help guide prioritizing some of the risks. The project scope statement describes the deliverables. The description of the deliverables should assist in determining the level of uncertainty about the project. It should also help indicate the complexity and the level of risk, whether it's high, medium, or low. And it also indicates the level of diligence for analyzing the risks. In the risk management plan, the project manager should focus on the roles and responsibilities of risk team members and the budget and schedule factors for risk activities. The project manager should also review the stakeholder risk tolerances and understand the definitions given for probability and impact. The probability and impact matrix should also be reviewed, and all of this information should be used when prioritizing the risks. And lastly, the risk register provides a list of the risks for the project manager to review. This concludes the review of the inputs and their detail to quantitative risk analysis. In the next section, we'll cover the tools and techniques for this process.